Hello, Leo. Welcome to your August 2025 reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ellena, and today I will be asking Spirit to kind of share with me any messages that they wish to share for you. I already pre-shuffled your deck or your cards here just to kind of save some time. So let's see what Spirit wants to say. Decision. This has been a very popular card for most of the zodiacs here. I do feel like August seems to be a very pivotal time where people are getting very clear about what it is that they're wanting and what it is that they need to do. All is possible. That's the optimism card. Free yourself. Let's see what else we have here. Opportunity. This is a very interesting. I don't know if you have a lot of fire placements because opportunity also came up in this position. Same with this card. It was here for Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius as well in your big three, I recommend checking out that video as well. So, yeah, I do feel like something has happened where you have either been pushed into a corner where you had to make a decision, because sometimes maybe signs have to get like really loud. You know, sometimes we get too comfortable and we end up just kind of coasting along in life. We distract ourselves, we procrastinate, and then Spirit's just like, no, it's time now. So I feel like there's something that has happened where you're being pushed to kind of move into a new environment. It says there's an opportunity here. It could be a job promotion, a job change, relocation to a new home, new contracts, new people. It can also mean, unfortunately, moving away from people that are not good for you. Like for yourself, this is a card that comes up when we have a lot of contracts or cords within our energetic field and our solar plexus with people in our past or old belief patterns that are no longer resonating with our highest and best good. Things that no longer work for us, we're having to leave that baggage behind before we go to this next phase. And sometimes this requires a lot of forgiveness, a lot of self-forgiveness, a lot of forgiveness for other people before we can move into that next chapter. I made a video on this talking about trains, a train analogy, where it's like these opportunities come all the time. They come consistently all the time. However, there's limitations to the amount of bags you can take to the next train. So it's your job to kind of sift and sort what you need and what you don't need in order to kind of get onto the train. Like, again, these opportunities keep showing up, but it's up to you to kind of do that work to get onto that train. Now, I do feel like this particular opportunity will allow you to meet certain people along your path that you're meant to meet and prepare you for the end of the year. Again, though, if you miss that train or whatever, for whatever reason, you're not ready to go on that train, another one will come. But there's going to be kind of shifts and changes in the contracts that was already kind of set forth for this particular time slot. So maybe you'll meet certain people a little later in the game, you know what I mean? But if you're ready to go on that train, you will meet these people and you'll have certain contracts that you're going to fulfill before the end of the year, or leading you to the next year, is preparing you for your foundations for your next year. So let's see what else wants to come through. Healing, cocoon of light. So you're very protected right now. I don't know if you guys have been in the hermit mode. You know, I keep thinking when I was saying procrastination or just like distractions, maybe that was like kind of meant to happen because you were kind of in a space of healing. You were still doing a lot of inner work. And even though when we do a lot of inner work, people who know that like it doesn't really show up in our physical reality sometimes, all the work that we've done. So when opportunities come up and other people are so surprised by it and they're like, oh my God, you're so lucky, there's so amazing things happening to you, oh, you're just a stroke of luck. But it's like really not. It's years of work on yourself that has allowed you to kind of be in alignment to these opportunities that show up for you. Divine plan. Yeah, I do feel like this is meant to happen. Whatever happened in your past was meant to happen. It may not have been fun. It may not have been nice, but it was to build your character, as Spirit always says. And it's to kind of assist you so that you are prepared for whatever's going to happen in your future. You can handle things a little bit more better. And then it also helps foster gratitude for your life experiences. Untapped inner power. I do feel like you've been playing small a little bit. And I think Spirit is kind of shuffling these things that are not meant for you anymore so that you can embrace all that you can be in this lifetime. The optimism card, like if I look at that, it's very similar colors. It's like there's so many amazing things that can happen for you in this lifetime. And I feel like your wounds of the past may have kept you in a space of isolation for a little bit too long. And I think Spirit is just trying to gently nudge you out of it, because there's so much more life for you, so much more amazing things, opportunities and experiences and people that you're supposed to meet. And I think now is your preparation time so that you can set the proper foundations for the year to come. Soar, you're getting ready to fly high above all your obstacles and embrace life in the most magical way. Yeah, that is what was confirming what I just said. We're not even on the clarifying cards, and that just totally clarified this. So victim mentality. You are learning to understand that everything happens through you, not to you. Again, so anything that has caused you to delay and like feel as if nothing seems to work out for you, or like people have been unkind to you, I feel like you're having like an internal like shift in terms of understanding fully that everything happened to you for like a reason, so that you can learn to love yourself and you can learn to step into your power, and to handle things in a mature way, to kind of assist you in your future endeavors. Like this also to me helps me see that you might have moved away from people who are stuck in their victim mentality. So it's almost like you're around people who are now taking accountability for their actions, because it's really difficult. For instance, if you grew up in a household where there was no accountability, that somehow you always felt like you're the issue, or you gaslight yourself and thinking that you're the problem because nobody else is taking responsibility, so you end up taking all the responsibility. And I feel like you're learning that no, you're not going to do that anymore. And you're going to leave them where they're at. And you're going to almost start to attract people who are very responsible people and who have done that inner work, or at least have that level of maturity in them and self-awareness. So foundation and achievements, yeah, and hope. So this kind of hope talks about releasing the pains of the past and being optimistic about your future. And then foundations and achievements is really just talking about making sure you take time to reflect on how far you've come in life, and to also understand that everything adds up together, and taking the steps necessary to create the foundation for this opportunity coming in. So I think it's a month of really just reflecting, healing, and also just understanding that it's important to forgive yourself. It's important to forgive other people so that you can release this baggage, because this is not coming with you on the next train out. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you for the month of August, Leo. You're just being prepared for something amazing in the future. Yeah, you haven't even reached your full potential. This is my potential card. So, and I think everything's orchestrated perfectly timed. You're not late, you're not behind, you're right on time. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If this video resonates with you, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. That really helps my channel. And thanks again for tuning in, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.